Let's give a warm round of applause to the cast from The Wiz Live. Here is Miss Shanice Williams, Elijah Kelley, David Alan Grier, Neyo, and executive producer himself, Neil Meron. Okay. Well, we are excited to have you all here to be a part of this discussion and this panel. Amazing. Everybody wants to know as much as they can about The Wiz. And Neil, you know this. Once the announcement was made earlier this year that NBC's next musical after The Sound of Music and Peter Pan would be The Wiz, people went crazy with who should play what.
Yeah.
That was everywhere, all over the internet. Yes? Did everybody play that game? So, Neil, I have to start with you because you were part of bringing The Sound of Music and Peter Pan to NBC. How was it that NBC decided on The Wiz? Talk about that decision-making process.
It was kind of an easy decision because we've always loved The Wiz. I had the privilege of seeing it when it was first done 40 years ago. I'm that old. And it's something that we always wanted to do. It was always on the list. And it just seemed to be the right moment after Peter Pan that now is the time for The Wiz.
Yeah, we couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. I'm so excited about The Wiz coming to NBC. You know, I have to ask all of you all who are cast members here, if any of you have a special connection to The Wiz, whatever it is, you know, the stage production, the movie, you know, maybe you had an encounter with someone, maybe your parents, someone. What's your connection to The Wiz? I know what yours is, Neil, but what about everybody else? And Neil, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay. My connection to The Wiz, it's no secret to anybody here or anybody on the planet at this point that Michael Jackson was a huge influence on me, on my career, the whole nine. So when I first saw The Wiz, of course, I naturally gravitated to what Mike was doing. But after watching it a few times and just really getting into how dedicated to the characters everyone was, you know, from Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, everybody that was a part of it. My personal connection is just, you know, the Wiz was my version of the Wizard of Oz, basically. You know, it was the Wizard of Oz, but with characters that looked a little bit more like me, which made it a little easier for me to relate to the story. I mean, there's some really incredible lessons being taught within the story of the Wizard of Oz, and you know, for me to be able to look at it and see somebody that looks similar to me, it just helped nail those lessons home a little more for me personally.
Okay. David?
You know, I saw the original Broadway production of The Wiz.
No.
It was my first Broadway musical. Me and a bunch of friends drove across country from Michigan. We got tickets, $6. We were in the last row at the Majestic Theater. It was amazing. And you know, when I was thinking about it, what I forgot is I had a teacher, an African dance teacher at Michigan. Her name was Vera Embry, and she was a big mentor. You know, she passed away, but I remember she sat the whole class down. She said, I have to tell you what I just saw. You know, I was in New York, and there's this musical called The Wiz. And she described the dancing and the costumes. She talked about Jeffrey Holder, all these incredible performances. So we were primed and pumped for this thing. So we went, and I was bowled over, man. I was bowled over. I never thought that I would be a part of a production with Stephanie Mills.
Yeah.
We waited backstage, and I gave my picture to the stage manager, stage door guy, and they laughed at us and stuff. So it's like Neil said, you know, The Wizard of Oz, it's been a part of my life. I've watched the original Wizard of Oz. My daughter's 7, and she saw The Wiz first. Then she came to visit me, and I showed her The Wizard of Oz, and she kept watching it going, Daddy, I think they copied this. And I was like, well, from what? She said, this is a Michael Jackson movie. I said, but you know, this is older. She goes, I don't think so. She was 4. I said, okay, well, if that's what you say. So yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it. I love being a part of it. Love the songs. And I love being on stage with Shanice and all these guys. I'm having a ball. I'm too excited to be here.
How can you not? How can you not? Elijah?
I mean, for me, my sentiments mirror both David and Neo's. I think now that I watch it as an adult, it makes more of an impact understanding the risks, the creative risks that were taken as people of color, the cast, the music, Quincy Jones with the music. It was just how can you not honor and see, you know, because as a kid, you know, you're looking at it, it's almost like a cartoon to you. It's like, it's just so majestic, it's not real, and there's a lot of lessons, you know, everything that you need is already inside of you to get all the dreams that you want out. But, you know, being in, you know, entertainment now, you know, these guys will tell you it's so hard to get something off that nobody believes in. And I can, you know, and I can probably imagine how tough it was to get that made and have people really, really take a look at it. And it's changed my life in adulthood to know that anything is possible. In that time, in that climate, they made such an impact and an imprint on musical culture that will never die. And I hope that we can, you know, add to that and live up to that. And I'm, you know, just so blessed and humbled and baffled that I can step in the shoes of someone as iconic as Michael Jackson. So
Yeah, that's amazing. And Miss Shanice, what did you know? Are you still 18 or have you turned 19
I'm
yet?
19 now.
19, oh, look out.
she's like, I'm 19.
You can't tell me now, I'm almost
19.
20. What did you know of The Wiz before you heard about this casting call and went to audition?
So I was actually in The Wiz in middle school. And I was too scared to audition for the part of Dorothy. So I was at a Pearl. Yeah, I was really scared.
Did you know all the songs though?
No, I actually learned it in middle school. And that's when I would go home and watch the movie and over. Sweet thing, let me tell. And I would like watch it.
Right.
And I fell in love with it. And I would listen to the soundtrack in the car with my dad over and over. And that's why when I saw this, I was like, let me get that opportunity to at least audition for Dorothy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I love it. I wasn't alive during the Broadway production, but I saw it at
She just called you old, David. She just
That was the nicest way to call everybody here old.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
That's
David.
all right, but
I saw it at Lincoln Center with
Right.
Stephanie Mills. I saw it like because they have all the shows that are off Broadway now,
Right.
and I loved it. So I'm really excited.
how cool is it for you to be able to be a part of a production with the original The Wiz Dorothy, Stephanie Mills?
I was really nervous to meet her.
Yeah?
Like I was nervous. I was like, she's the original. Like she's gonna have some words for me. So, but when I met her, she was just so sweet, and it's like every time she opens her mouth, like I start crying, and I hate that. But she's just so amazing. Like she has the sweetest spirit ever, and she's already given me so many encouraging words, and I love her, and I just hope that I could do half of what she did, because she's amazing.
She's doing more than half.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Quality.
fantastic.
Y'all are gonna be very pleased with her.
Neil, let me go back to you and ask you and kind of put you on the spot, you know, as the executive producer. Why did you all decide, because in The Sound of Music, Peter Pan, you all used in the lead roles names that we already knew out there in entertainment. Why have an open casting call for the role of Dorothy?
Because there really isn't anyone that we could think of, because we wanted to go back to the roots of what The Wiz was, which was really based upon the book The Wizard of Oz. And this is no shade at the movie, but Dorothy's a young girl. And to find
Not a
a young
school
girl
teacher.
to bring the spirit of The Wizard of Oz back to The Wiz is what we wanted to do, which is why we decided to open it up. And we thought there must be some incredible talent out there.
Yeah.
And amazingly enough, there were about, all in all, between New York and LA and what our casting directors sent out to the rest of the country, there must have been about 1,000 girls that auditioned. And to say that Shanice rose above everybody else is an understatement. She really won everybody's heart when she walked into that room.
Right. Oh, we can't wait to see the production. So let me continue to ask you, Neil, with Elijah, why is he perfect
Yes,
as
why?
the Scarecrow?
Why, Neil?
And I will behave myself because
I'm not gonna look at you.
because Elijah and I go way back. We did the movie of Hairspray together, and
Also with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
and I had the pleasure of meeting Elijah. But the interesting thing that people don't know about Elijah, and this is a little bit of a Hairspray story. We started auditions. The first day of auditions, Elijah was the first person in the room to audition for Seaweed. He was the only person to audition because we figured we're not going to do better than Elijah.
So you all sent everybody else
Yeah,
home.
so we were on to Elijah from that day. I know I'm being very nice to you. And Elijah, it just made sense to have Elijah be part of this.
Yeah.
Because he's incredible. And he is Scarecrow for our Wiz.
Right. And David Alan Grier as the Cowardly Lion.
Finally, yes. What is it?
Just sit there and take the compliment, sir.
So hard.
Well, I wasn't born when In Living Color happened.
That's it. I'm out. I'm out.
But you heard great things.
I wasn't alive, I should say. No.
Why is he perfect for this
David,
role?
you just old tonight. You just old.
Go ahead, Neil. Just talk.
David, I love you, David.
Be kind, Neil.
I'm always kind to David. David came in and he auditioned for us, and it was like seeing this role for the first time. And he just naturally is incredibly funny. He's like a comic genius, like an unbelievable comic genius. We knew it, but we really knew it when he walked in the room. And it's also his singing voice. You know, I've just seen him on Broadway in his first piece, The First, and he got a Tony nomination for that. I've seen him in Porgy and Bess.
Actually, 3 Tony nominations, Neil.
The Tony-nominated David Alan Grier. So,
No, that's very kind of you to
I
say.
mean, with everybody in this cast, it just made perfect sense to us. And it really is one of the best casts we've ever worked with. It's incredible. I mean, every day makes me happy.
I can't imagine. I can't wait until we talk about rehearsals that are going on. But Neo, last but not least, as the Tin Man, Neil, why is he perfect for this role?
You know, I was telling Shanice in the car, actually, just about 20 minutes ago, I said the big surprise to me is Neo, because, you know, I was not as familiar probably as most of you are with the Neo's work, and to just watch the growth and the commitment and the musicality and him being an actor and him understanding how to react with his fellow actors and listening and really growing a character, that to me is another joy of this, is just to see an artist grow like he's grown just these past few weeks.
Oh, very
I love
nice.
that too. I love it too. I'm
It's
really happy that Neil's
I
with
said
us.
that to Shanice.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Neil's with us. I was really excited that he wanted to be in the Wiz, man. We never met, right? Not back in the clubs back in the day?
Back.
Way back.
Yeah.
No, but I love that I get to come to work with this dude every day.
Yeah,
you really?
that's the
Yeah.
funny thing. Like musicians like superstars. He's a superstar musician.
Absolutely.
So they get kind of like a bad rap. Like, oh, you know, we don't know if he's gonna get down and dirty with us. Like, da da da. Like we was doing backflips in practice together today. Like he is. He just is.
He just comes in and does the work.
Tell him what he did.
He's
He
that
did a
guy.
backflip.
He did a back
He was
tuck in the
you were
middle of
talking
the
smack like I'm in my street clothes. I can't really do it. So I was like, he's not gonna do a bam, and I was like, wow, yeah, he did a backflip.
I didn't pay nobody up here to say none of the stuff they saying.
Well, Neil, let me ask you, because I read an interview and you tell me if you were misquoted, but I don't think that you were. You were talking about this version of The Wiz and how it's updated. It's kind of a 2015 version of what these characters would be like. Can you tell us what your character, like the backstory of your character in today's The Wiz?
Absolutely. everybody knows the story of the Tin Man. He
Right.
doesn't have a heart. The Tin Man was not always a Tin Man. He was a regular guy, hardworking dude. Imagine a construction worker, something like that. You know what I mean? He was in love with a young woman, but there was a witch, the Wicked Witch of the East, that was actually in love with him. And he wasn't paying her no mind because he was already in love. So she decided, all right, well, if I can't have your heart, can't nobody have your heart. And she turned him into tin, took his heart away. I didn't want this role to feel. Let's just get it all the way out there. We're not going to be able to do what the first Wiz did. There is no following Diana Ross. There is no following Nipsey Russell. There's no following Michael Jackson. So we knew that coming into this, we had to take this classic story and bring it to a more current place, just to help people relate to these characters and get into the story and get into the lessons being told through the story. So the Tin Man he's definitely one of the most heartfelt characters in the story, despite the fact that he doesn't have a heart. But he's not a punk, for lack of a better way to put it. It's not a, oh, woe is me, feel sorry for me, I don't got a heart. He's a man. At the end of it is like, some terrible things have happened to me, and it is what it is. But I don't want your pity. He's that. You know what I mean? I feel like that makes more sense with just what's happening today as opposed to a T. No disrespect to
He's a
Mr.
man's
Russell,
man.
but he's not that. Yeah.
Okay, we're looking forward to seeing that. And Shanice, when Dorothy clicks her heels 3 times in order to go home, there will not be ruby red slippers. There will be silver slippers, I understand. Tell us about that.
Wait, I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Nope.
Are they still being made?
They're still in the making.
So why not red slippers?
Because this is the Wiz. Like when they did it in the movie, Diana had the silver slippers.
Right.
So that's how you know this is the Wiz. They're silver.
Period.
If you want the business affairs answer to that,
Oh, well, we'd love that.
is that in the book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz,
The original.
the original book,
Right.
the slippers was silver. But when they made the movie of The Wizard of Oz, they thought that ruby would be photographed better in Technicolor. And the rights to the Wiz are not crossed with the rights to the movie. They're associated with the book. So for legal reasons and for more authentic reasons, we went back to what was in the book, which are the silver slippers, which is why it was Stephanie Mills wore silver slippers, Diana Ross wore silver slippers, and Shanice Williams wears silver slippers.
All right. I like that answer. Well, Elijah, I hear that Cirque du Soleil will be a part of this production. Have they been a part of you all's rehearsals yet?
So today, was it today?
Yes.
Today was the first time that let me tell you something. Like and everybody will tell you, as creators, like everybody has like a little ego. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, somebody walk in the room like, okay. I'm fresh too. But when those guys came in, they were literally, everybody's were on stilts, probably about 3 feet high? 3 feet high, bouncing, jumping, doing backflips over us, freaking going from the stilts, taking them off with like less than like 30 seconds, coming back in as different characters that we will not tell you right now. But they're ridiculous. Like, I think that's gonna be, that's our cherry on top. That's the cherry on top because it's when you see you can't explain it. Today they were literally flipping off stilts, running,
But you
jumping.
could do that, Elijah.
Well,
You could do that.
yeah,
Neil
not
could
like them.
definitely do that, right?
Neil's
I
gonna
just
buy
turned
some.
36.
He said he's gonna buy some.
I got 36-year-old knees. I don't know about all
me
that
too.
stilts and flipping and all that. I just
This
Yes,
is Neil's
we hear
birthday
you,
week, by
David.
the way. This is Neil's birthday week, by the way.
Yes,
you,
it
thank you,
is.
thank you.
Happy belated birthday, Neil.
Thank you. 36, not 33, 36. I ain't running from my age. It's all good. I'm
Grown-ass
aging like
man,
wine, cheese, and
grown-ass
women.
man.
I'm getting better with age. That's what it is.
That's right. Own it.
Don't make me
Own
younger.
it.
It's
You
all
hear
good.
that, David?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What? What's going on?
So, David
Hello?
Alan Grier, let me ask you this question because
Yes.
you, as Neil alluded to, you have been in many Broadway productions. TV, film. You've done so much that we love. What is it like to do a stage production for TV? You know, when you're on the stage, you're projecting for an audience, but when you're doing that on television, how do you make that work? Is that challenging?
It's kind of a hybrid, you know. It's kind of a hybrid. I've never done anything like this. You know, as a really young child, I remember watching Peter Pan, which was the same deal. I think that was a real impetus for NBC bringing this series back, because that was the first way that we saw Peter Pan. It was a one-time television event in which they filmed or taped the Broadway musical and put it on television. And I have an indelible memory of that experience. So it's kind of a hybrid. You have to trust Kenny Leon and the producers that tell us this is the tone, this is the level we're going for. So I have complete trust in them. I'm just kind of throwing it out there, and they tell us along the way. Bring it back a little bit, you know, because I only get bigger. But that's kind of what we're doing.
So it's different from being on a Broadway
It's different.
stage.
Well, first of all, we have one shot. This is what Kenny reminded us today. We open and close in one night.
Yeah.
Which I looked at, that's 2 parties.
Yeah.
Open and close, right? But you just kind of have to go throw it out there, man.
Yeah.
There's no time to hold back. It's no time. You know, Broadway's about, we have 8 shows. We're in previews. I'm going to save this. I'm going to get into that. No,
Right.
we're doing all that now. So that when we're ready, we're ready.
That's pressure.
Yeah.
That's serious pressure. Shanice, are you still waking up every morning pinching yourself to be in this production, or are you just, you know, you're used to it and you're at work?
I was like telling these guys, because they always talk about, oh, you're changing, Shanice. What it do to you? I honestly have to wake up in the morning and be like, all right, Shanice, calm down. Like, because if I was fangirling, y'all wouldn't want to work with me.
You know what it is?
Elijah, you remember the first couple of days? Neil, you
Yeah.
remember, oh, Mr. Greer.
Yep.
Do you mind if I sit down next to you, sir? This morning, I was like, hi, Shanice. He said, hey, what's up? Shanice says, Mr. Greer. I know, David. It's like, wow, she done changed up. Got comfortable.
Shanice, I think what happens is when you meet an incredible talent like Shanice, you just want her to understand as quick as possible that she is like one of us. Like
Exactly.
she is as incredible as any singer, any actress that I've ever seen close up and personal. So don't waste your time fangirling over me, because we're admiring how incredible you are in this moment.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
But it is just amazing. Like, every day I step into the room and I'm like, I have this opportunity that all those other girls wanted, and I just have to make the best of it. And I'm just like so excited.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be great. I agree with you. Now, Neil, can you take us behind the scenes? I mean, I understand that there are going to be a lot of differences with this production. You know, people may be expecting some things that were in the movie, some things that were in the stage production. Can you tell us some differences?
Well, you know,
You didn't say Neil. You didn't say.
I'm sorry, Neil.
Right. Okay.
Neil.
I told him it was a
You know what, I
mistake putting
think
us
it was-
together because it's
Sorry.
too. You know. Go ahead.
I like being confused with Neo.
Yes,
it really
that is a
ups
wonderful
my
compliment.
social life.
Yes, you're
Slight
living that
resemblance.
champagne life. That's true.
I was admiring the hat earlier.
Yes.
The difference is we're going closer to what it was on Broadway. So the Broadway show had songs for The Wiz. So Queen Latifah, of course, is a big difference playing The Wiz, but she will inherit those Broadway songs that were not done in the movie. Scarecrow will be singing the song that Michael Jackson sang
In the movie. Right.
and that song was actually written by the Broadway composer. So that is kind of like fusing them together. And then there is a new song that was written by Neo
And Elijah.
and Elijah.
Nice.
And our music producer, Harvey Mason Jr., and musical director, Stephen Arimis. And it is a song for Dorothy, Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion And it's a song that happens after the Wiz says you have to go and kill the Wicked Witch of the West. And it's about them getting the confidence to go off and do it.
Yeah.
And so that is another difference.
Yeah. Neyo.
Throw the O on it. Yes.
You know, your fans, folks love so many things about you as an entertainer. Are you able in this character to bring some of what you're known for to this character?
A
Or
little
are you
bit.
playing a role? You know what I mean? Or are you just playing a role?
I wanted to make sure that when people see this, that I mean, you definitely know that it's me, which honestly is a little. When you see the makeup, you could.
We've
mistake
seen the
me.
costumes.
Yes, it would be real easy to get. That's not Neo. It could be. It's real easy to do that. When the shot. First off, shout out to the makeup people because the costumes and
Yeah, make up the
unreal.
costumes.
But I wanted to. This is I'm still kind of new to the acting thing, and though I wanted people to know that it was me, I also wanted to make sure that when you see this, that you know it's me, but you don't see me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it's one thing to see somebody that you're familiar with from another medium doing something different, and you go, okay, that's such and such the singer acting now. All right, cool. Let's see what you got. I didn't want it to be that. I wanted to be. I wanted people to see it and go, yo, if I didn't know that was Neo, I wouldn't have known that was Neo. Because I really want people to feel and get to know this character as opposed to just me. So, you know, the Tin Man don't necessarily dance like Neo. The Tin Man don't necessarily talk like Neo. Don't necessarily sing like Neo. He's his own person, and that was important to me for this.
But he does have a hat.
He does have a hat. He does have a
Was
hat.
that in your
Tip
contract?
to the side.
He does have a hat tipped
Yeah.
to the side.
It is mandate. Yeah.
Can we talk about some of the folks behind the scenes? Fatima Robinson,
Yeah.
the choreographer.
Absolutely, yeah.
How y'all doing with the choreography?
Ooh, that first day. Woo. I was at home in my drawers, sitting at the end of my bed. Lord, why? Why, gee, are you testing me? You know, it was a challenge, but you know, like everything, every day. We did the same number today, and it's in our bones. We're playing with it, and it's coming together.
still
That's
hurts,
part of the process.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to say one more thing about Neo. Like, that's really brave of you to do what you're doing, because it's so easy, especially when you establish a certain persona, to go into things and say, well, change this so I can be me.
Yeah.
Because that's easy, and that's very brave of you to try and go and show a different part. And I know as a fan, when I see an artist that I think I know, and then they show me something completely different, that makes me love them more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way you should do. Challenge yourself. So I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
love.
he
It's
said
love.
he was a new actor. I almost slapped him because we did it.
Right.
We did Red Tails together.
Hello.
He was saying that same rap. You ain't new. You do this.
That way he can, you know, try. But you're a great acter, Neil. You
Thank
do
you.
great
Thank
with
you, I
that.
guess.
Well,
I didn't know you was in Red Tails, you lying bastard.
What?
It's a scam, brother.
They was like this. Wait a minute. He was in Red Tail?
I didn't even know.
He was in Red Tail?
I can imagine being on set with you guys that it just must be so much fun and a lot of this kind of playing around and just, it seems like you all must have good camaraderie with each other. Everybody getting along well? I mean, you're not going to say it.
Some
you're not,
people are
but-
troublemakers, but they will remain unnamed, Elijah.
Thank you.
I'm tired of getting called out because I can't stop laughing because of David.
David.
Is
It's
David just with,
David.
he just brings the comedy?
Yeah.
Stop laughing.
I'm just trying to do my work.
Our director, Kenny Leon, he's number one, he's amazing. But number two, he allows us to be ourselves because, you know, he understands that the freedom that comes from that will, you know, roll over into us being able to create these characters that, you know, he sees and has worked so hard in identifying. And yeah, it's a time, but when it's time to work, it's time to work.
You
Absolutely.
got to respect the process.
And you all are all
Absolutely.
serious professionals. David, let me ask you, because in this
Yes,
clip
ma'am.
we saw, you said that your daughter asked you if you were going to be a lion.
She was very
just
concerned.
trying to, she's very concerned about your
She
costume.
got real serious.
And you
She
said
said,
something about
"Daddy?"
dreads?
Well, she said, Daddy, are you going to be a lion, are you gonna be daddy as a lion? And I'm like, what are you saying? She said, well, am I gonna know it's you? And so I said, yeah, you're gonna know it's me. But it's pretty intense. I mean, I look completely different, right? I mean, we all do. We all do. She's very invested. I mean, she wanted to know if they were really going for it or if it was going to be kind of people with fur on. So they've gone all the way.
Oh, yeah.
These costumes are incredible, and they're real geniuses. This team that's doing the special effects, the prosthetics, and the wigs, and all that stuff.
David easily has the toughest time in regard to the costume.
Yeah.
Easily. Like, his costume does not breathe at all. So should y'all be watching this December 3rd and he just fall out?
Yo.
It's because...
We were talking today.
Man.
The lion fainted.
That's part of the production. Just
But
go with
I'm going to lose so much weight. I'm going to be tight come December 4th. Boy, I'm going to look good.